Hello everyone, Sergeant274 back with another weapons video. Today we are taking a look at the Rapier. This is a Rapier plus 15. You can see there it's kind of a quality weapon, D strength, B dex scaling, 7 strength required, 12 dex required. You can also see there it's only a thrusting weapon, and it has a critical hit modifier of 110. It's not the highest critical hit modified weapon in the game. That belongs to, I believe, the Dark Silver Tracer, and the Bandit Knife, I believe, is higher. There may be another one or two that are higher than the Rapier, but combined overall damage, the Rapier is going to be right at the top of those numbers. I did a comparison video a while ago with the Hornet Ring, comparing the plus 15 Rapier, the Chaos Rapier, and the Dark Silver Tracer, and believe it or not, the Chaos Rapier actually won out, but I don't know if in that video I was 40 strength and 40 dex to appropriately kind of scale the plus 15 Rapier. But anyways, regardless of if you like the Rapier or not, I would invest for any build into making at least a Chaos Rapier, because that is a very, very powerful weapon, and it does wonders against Gwyn in the final fight in the game. Plus it wrecks if you do like low level PvP. It's a really good weapon to use there because, like I said, the critical hit modifier. Alright, anyway, there were the moves. Standard thrust weapon moves, I guess, or Rapier moves. Here on Orlando, you can see my stats there: 40 strength, 40 dex. We're going to see how it does against the Giants and Silver Knights. Now, the one problem with the thrusting weapon like the Rapier is that its strikes are very precise, meaning it's one point of impact. There's no slashing or cutting or slicing attack with the Rapier, so you're basically poking your attacks or your opponent, so you have to be precise with the strikes. Also, I didn't show in the move set a minute ago, but you can hold L1, keep your guard up, and poke from behind a shield, just like kind of with Ricard's Rapier or a spear. So Rapiers, excuse me, Rapiers and spears, you can do that. So pretty good damage. Not too difficult to take them out. Like I said, you just have to be a little more precise. Here I'm trying to show what just the poke damage does. That's not from behind the shield though, that's just a regular R1 attack. See, these guys, it's pretty easy to use Rapier. It's hit and run techniques like that. But where, like I said, the Rapier shines is going to be the critical hit damage that you get. Here's a regular parry and riposte, 1064. Then this guy in here, we're going to try to backstab, and the backstab's at 794. Alright, now also with this weapon, since it is a thrust weapon, you can equip the Leo Ring, which boosts the counterattack with a thrust weapon. I really have never used this ring before, so that was 221 there. I don't know if that was a counterattack or not, honestly, but it's higher than the 158 I just dealt there, so it's quite possible. And I think I'm going to keep the Leo Ring on here and just try see if you can tell if there's any difference here, but trust me, it does work. I've seen other people, you know, use the Leo Ring effectively with a spear or a Rapier style weapon. Rapier class thrusting sword weapon. It also works with the Boulder Side Sword, since that has a thrusting attack too. But like I said, I haven't used it very much. So, anyways, 1032 with the Hornet Ring. That's a Hornet Ring backstab. You can see with the Hornet Ring it does a lot more damage. And here's a parry and riposte with the Hornet Ring, up to 1383. Okay. One benefit to a plus 15 Rapier over a Chaos Rapier obviously is going to be the opportunity to buff the weapon, which you can see here with Darkening Blade, +1 does 1600 worth of damage. The only downside obviously is you're going to have to get your strength, you're going to have to you invest all your points in a quality build to get damage like this with a buff build. As with a Chaos Rapier, you just need 7 strength and 12 dex, and you can have similar damage outputs. And here we go, last Silver Knight. I don't know what I'm trying to do here. I'm gonna, I guess, two-handed backstab him, I guess, because there's really nothing else I have left to show. No different attacks. We're just... There you go. Alright, anyways, so how do you get this weapon? Well, it's very simple. You can get this weapon early on in the game, and it's really cheap. I usually get it from the Undead Merchant here. Unfortunately, he's a dead merchant for me. But I usually get it for Havel if I want to take him on early. And then you can also get it free. The Balder Knights here who have the Rapier will drop it. That guy has a Rapier, and there's a couple more of them that have the chance to drop it. So that is the Rapier. Thank you for watching, everybody. Goodbye.